up? What is happening? How are you? Happy Sunday to you. Want to talk to you about writing sales letters for the hard sell. It's a letter from Dr. Tom Orant. It is 20 pages long. Now, you might say, Marlon, why is anyone going to read 20 pages, right? Well, the reason is because they want to discover how to bust out of the high stress, low income trap that can rapidly lead to burnout. This is for dentists, written for dentists, right? But notice there's a deadline here. Free offer expires and a date. This is 2005. I keep swipes a long time. It has sidebars. See this sidebar right here? See this? This is called a sidebar. And this then has a call out box over here. And what that does is help break up the text so it makes it easier to read. Whoever laid this out was pretty darn good. Whoever wrote the copy was really great. I don't know if Dr. Orant wrote it. He hired a copywriter. He had Dan Kennedy do it. Reads, I don't know. It may be a Dan Kennedy piece because whoever wrote it is really good. So the first pages here all agitate the problem. The opening here, and then this page, and then let's see here. Let me see if I can flip the page. And then this is agitation here. On this side is agitation. Then the pitch begins here. And the pitch is, you can learn the secrets that turn dentists into millionaires and start making and slashing away hundreds of thousands of dollars more each year free, right? And what he starts doing here then, now over here he has some of the things you get in your free trial. Crap, you can't see them very well. They're numbered. Let me see how many there are. There in that column, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or 11 things. So the rest of the letter, he breaks down each thing that you get, like insights you need to survive in the day's economic environment. You can't read that. Insights you need to survive in the day's economic environment. And what that is forms and documents. And so what he does is he spends a whole page talking about the benefits of each thing you get when you subscribe to this news. So you don't just get a newsletter. You get like 12 things, 12 like different things. And he spends, so like I'm brainstorming. This is not actually my brainstorm pad, but I'm brainstorming. This is what I brainstorm on for my MMM newsletter and also Fast Track. And so that's kind of the challenges. How do you create stuff that they get? Right? How do you create stuff that they get? But without putting too much burden on yourself to deliver, right? You know, it's always interesting. I like to watch people who come on the live stream, right? So we lost like 2 people while I was talking about this. It's always amazing to me because like this is selling. I mean, like, if you ain't got time to figure out how you get money from people, then what you got time, dog, to learn? What you got time to learn? Because ain't anything more important in your business than how you get money from people. Now, this formula works for a $7 product, a $100 product, a $500 product, $1,000 product, a $10,000 product, or a $25,000 product. And the proof of that is I don't have it in this room. I have it in the other room. I have his sales letter using the same formula that sells a $25,000 mastermind, right? You follow me? It sells a $25,000 mastermind, right? So the point is you take your stack. So this is what you're selling. You create your stack built on and around it. And then you explain the benefits of each part of the stack. Now, the stack is nothing new, but typically what happens is people just give you what's in the stack, but they spend no time explaining the benefits of it. They spend no time explaining the value of it, right? So that's the genius of this. And again, if Dan Kennedy wrote this, it's probably a $50,000 letter. I don't know if Dan wrote it or not, but yeah, it's probably a $50,000 letter. If someone else wrote it, they're really, really, really freaking good at writing copy, right? And so, and all he's doing here is selling a trial to a newsletter. I mean, he did all of this, all 20 pages, covering everything that they get, which is like, let me see how many things you get here. I don't even know the total number of things you get, but here's some of them. Oh, yeah. You get like 26 things here. For example, number 22, 3 ingenious practice tricks that will make you money every time you use them. A $50,000 gift for you free. Slam dunk case accept. That's not, these are like things that you learn in the newsletter. And then you get actual deliverables, which I'll read some of those to you. You get $1 million resources. You get breakthrough thinking from a specialist, a practice transition specialist. You get the silver letter insert. You get a gold mine, the gold mine, whatever that is. 6 sample gifts a year, private access, teleconferences, awesome masterminds. It's fascinating, interesting stuff. Really, really fascinating and interesting stuff. All right, now, one other quick thing. It's a really good book on follow-up sales. Wanda Allen, Follow-Up Sales Strategies. I really like people who get down to the heart of it. And make it simple, but don't dumb it down so much that it's not going to work, right? And so in this book, she breaks it down. I just like that she breaks it down really simply, right? For example, she says, I send gifts on a regular basis to primarily say thank you for a variety of reasons. I can tell you without exaggeration that 95% of the people I send gifts to never acknowledge them. This doesn't discourage me from sending them. It's merely an observation as to how much the simple act of saying thank you has gone out the window. How many of your customers have you thanked? Every one of your customers deserves a thank you. The timeline for your thank you for business should be within 24 hours. You can set up a thank you scaled based on dollar transactions. 1,000 and under, a thank you call. 1,000 to 2,000, a thank you card. 2,000 to 5,000, thank you card with a gift card. 5,000 to 10,000, a thank you lunch. Now she's in B2B. In B2C, you know, it would be different, right? in her hey Olivier, how you doing? In her system, you will always make a 30-day check-in call. When businesses close, you'll go into your CRM, set up a reminder date for 30 days to make the call. She does birthdays. And she just asks a very simple question to get the birthday. I have your contact information and would like to include your birthday. If you're okay with that, I just need the month and day. That's all she does. Birthday calls are so powerful. They're my favorite time of day. If you get the birthday person on the phone, it's so nice to catch up. You'll find out how he's doing and what's going on in his life, right? Just this thing is just a gold mine. So follow-up sales strategies, Wanda, it's a gold mine. Letters like this in your swipe file are really valuable because this is the only letter I have since 2005 that I think does a really great job of selling continuity. I mean, I have swipe files from before 2005. I got one letter that really nails selling continuity. And it does it with the stack, but spends the first like 3 or 4 pages doing problem agitate before they get into the solve. And then the solve is just the stack with 1 page spent on, you got a lot of stuff with this deal, right? And they spend I'll read you a part of one of them. They spend a whole page on each thing that you get, right? For example, 4 times a year, my silver members are invited to a 70-minute live teleconference with one of my amazing masterminds. Could be one of the most important people described in that mysterious envelope that came with this letter. I guess there was an envelope with it. Shoot, I don't have the freaking envelope. Could be someone else just as exciting. And as a trial member, you'll be on the line for the entire call. We call it our $25,000 evening with the guru, which is a lot better than just you're going to be on a teleconference call with someone. You'll have live access to one of my masterminds for a full 70 minutes as I interview them, digging for the answers I know will be of greatest value to my members, right? So where does the $25,000 come from? Simple. One idea from any of these folks could get you $25,000 in a nanosecond, and retaining them as an advisor, having them prepare the advice you'll get during the 70-minute teleconference could easily cost you $25,000. So no matter how you slice it, each of it is indeed a $25,000 opportunity. So he spends this whole section all the way down to here, this whole section here, just describing the benefit of a quarterly teleconference call, right? That's how you stack value. Zig Ziglar said it in Secrets of Closing the Sale. You have 2 hands, right? And on one hand is the money they spend. The other hand is your stack of value, and they're measuring which weighs more. That's why you do a stack. That's why you do a stack. A lot of people don't understand, why do you need to do a stack? Why do you need to do a stack? Well, because they're weighing. And sometimes your stack of value isn't enough. By the way, if you're not, I think, I don't know if y'all are getting my MMM or not. If you're not, go to resellertoolkit.com. MMM, that's my weekly newsletter. And this issue, this Saturday was really good because I broke down what the thing that helped Russell Brunson build his business to 9 million. An extra, well, I say 9 million to 100 million, but like one of the secrets in there, I think, is real. He describes it really well, and I reference him, and I show a lot of examples in my own business of using it. It's really powerful, right? And if you don't have my seed marketing report, it's marlonsanders.com, and you can get my free seed marketing report. All right. You all have a great Sunday. Relax, do some nice things. We'll be going to church here in a bit. So I'll talk to you later.